Everybody, my name's Brooke. I'm here with another self-care strategy tutorial, and this one is for your fingers, hands, and wrists. You are going to need a few items to get started. The first one is a therapy ball or a tennis ball, just something that's made out of rubber, not hard plastic, and is about the size of a tennis ball. Okay? A yoga mat is really nice to have, and a yoga block. Instead of yoga blocks, you could use a folded blanket. Okay? So there are a few rules that you need to follow with this as well. The first one is all gain, no pain. What I mean by that is if anything that I suggest in this video causes you any kind of pain, then don't do it. Just abort. Feel free to send me a message and I will help you troubleshoot if I can. The next one is always hold a resistance. So I'm going to show you some stretching and strengthening techniques to strengthen your wrists, but you're never going to rest into a stretch. You're always going to hold a resistance. The third rule is always move. Unlike yoga, we don't hold any sort of a posture. We're just doing repetitions. So all gain, no pain, always hold a resistance, and always move. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a little self-massage, and that's what we're going to need our yoga balls for. So this is a yoga tune-up ball, and I will put a link to their website in my show notes. I don't work for them. I'm not affiliated with them. I just really like their products, so I'm passing that on to you. So you're just going to want to come to the floor, sit on your yoga mat, and just nice and comfortably, however you want to be. If you have really long arms, it's probably a good idea to sit a little bit more upright. But wherever you are, you just want to be somewhere so your palm could rest easily on the floor. So if I'm sitting up straight on my heels, that's very, very light pressure for my wrist. If I want a little bit more pressure, I could come down and sit on my glutes. And that gives me a little bit more pressure. So I like that better, but you play around with it. So once you're here, your palm is going to be flat, and then your therapy ball is going to be right under your palm. And you're just going to let gravity rest on your shoulder, gently resting it down so that it's not stuck up here in your ear. And then that's going to transfer a little bit of gravity into your palm. And that's all the pressure you want. You don't want to press into your palm at all. So just use the gravity that's offered to you by your shoulder. Okay, so to get started, you're just going to move your palm, roll your palm on this therapy ball back and forth. The goal behind this is you're trying to allow the ball to pick up each individual little carpal bone that is located right here under our fingers and in the palm of our hand. We have 8 teeny tiny little bones that exist there. And you just want to feel and see if you can notice each one kind of raising up towards the back of your hand with the help of that therapy ball. So you can move this horizontally, and you can go in a circle or a figure 8. Just try to cover the entire surface of your palm, not only focusing on those little carpal bones, but on your fingers as well. So when you move the ball back and forth vertically, you could pick up one finger at a time, and this feels amazing. Again, you're not pressing down, you're just letting gravity take over. And once you've gotten your palm nice and rolled out and it feels a lot better than it did before, switch, do the other hand. And once you're done with that, we're going to move into the strengthening and stretching portion. So grab your yoga blocks, come to all fours. Your yoga blocks are going to be about the same width of your yoga mat, and that should place your palms just about shoulder width apart. Your knees are underneath your hips to support your back, so find that good support with your knees to help your lower back. Do not arch either way with your back. Try to maintain a nice flat spine. Turn your fingers in so that they're pointing at your knees, and bring the heels of your hands as close to the edge of that yoga block as you can comfortably balance. And then once you're there, play with that a little bit. Is that really intense for you to hold? If that is, then stay there. If you feel like you could use a little bit more intensity, then just walk your hands up to the next knuckle. And if again, you're like, yeah, I could use a little more intensity, walk it up to the next one until it's flat. So this would be the most intense, and this would be the least intense. Okay, so whatever works for you. So once you found your comfort zone, then you're going to press the heels of your hands away from you as if so that they're trying to drive your body backwards. And you don't have to go back very far at all. Now keep your hands there, and now your tailbone and your head are going to move forward against your hands' resistance until your shoulders come up over your wrists. So as you can see, I'm not moving very much because this feels good as it is. But if you want some more intensity, then you can make the movements a lot bigger. The trick to it is you just want your spine nice, flat, and supported. You don't want your shoulders to be up like this or really rounded. You just need a nice, even back. The palms or heels of your hands are pressing forward, pushing your tailbone back, and keep your hands there. And now your head is going to drive forward gently as your hands kind of slow you down so that you don't move forward too fast. And then just gently go back and forth, as many reps as you want. If you're new to this, then I would keep it at 4 to 6 and then come out of it and shake it off. And then go back and do a couple more reps if you see fit. Once you're done, you're just gonna kneel, move those out of your way, kneel on your yoga mat, and then this is what I do to end. So just like in the Karate Kid, how he was teaching him how to whitewash a fence, it's that kind of a motion. Your hands will kind of act as really heavy paintbrushes, and you're just going to paint the floor. And just really stick your skin to the floor. And I can also feel my tailbone right here. My tailbone tucks as it drags my hands back. And now my tailbone arches or goes out. So my lower back has a slight arch to it as I bring my hands forward. Tailbone under, bring your hands back. Tailbone out, bring your hands forward. So just back and forth. And do that as many times as you want. Do a few more reps. Roll out with your ball a little bit more. Do this for I don't care, 5 minutes a day. And your hands are going to be ready to work, and you're going to have, if you already have pain, a lot less pain. If you don't have pain, then you're going to keep yourself from getting it. Thank you so much for watching, and please message me with any comments or questions. I would love to hear from you.